Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tommy. Welcome to another moveset guide video for the Crown Tundra Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you all enjoy this video, do me a huge favour, hit that like button and click subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. It will help my channel grow and it will make me very happy. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at the other new Regi. Its name is Regieleki, or Regieleki. I don't really know how that's pronounced, so you can let me know in the comment section below. But this thing is actually quite similar to Regidrago in that its stats are basically the same, just the speed and HP are flipped. And the only thing that really lets it down is the move pool, right? Obviously those are incredible stats for an offensive mon. I mean, 200 speed is ridiculous. To put it into perspective, Ninjask is base 160 and Deoxys speed is base 180. So 200 is just unheard of. But this thing, like the Regidrago, only has electric moves to work with, basically. I think this thing's a little better off, one because it has better speed, two because it gets stuff like Rapid Spin and Extreme Speed, which are obviously very nice. But for the most part, a good solid ground type will stop you in your tracks. So you want to pair it up with something that can clear those out. And obviously you want to make use of electric terrain where you can, so if you can pair it with a Tapu Koko or Pincurchin, you'll get so much more value out of this thing. So I got plenty of movesets to show you guys today, nice little variety of sets, even though, like I said, the move pool isn't that great to work with. So we're going to start with the very standard kind of supporting Volt Switching Regieleki. So this thing is just Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Spin and E-Speed. Wherever I put Thunderbolt, you can swap it out for Thunder Cage if you like. Thunder Cage is base 80, 90% accurate, but it also traps people, like Magma Storm for example. Now, the reason I don't really like it is because I think that's a move better suited to bulky mons. So Heatran benefits from Magma Storm because you can trap something like a Chansey and then taunt it and then wear it down. Regieleki doesn't have that bulk. So to me, it's better just to run the accurate Thunderbolt. I mean, Volt Switch Thunderbolt will give you incredible damage with the Transistor ability. Transistor boosts the base power of electric moves by 1.5, so you get that and the stab bonus, as with Regidrago, so you will hit very hard, put it that way. In fact, an Electro Ball from this thing will do, I think it's around 45% to a Special Defensive Blissey. I might be wrong, the damage calcs aren't fully updated on Smogon, so that's my own kind of calc. I don't know how accurate that is, but let me just put it simply and say that this will do huge damage to anything that doesn't resist or as a ground type. Put it that way. But you got Volt Switch Thunderbolt for Volt Switching around, obviously, doing some damage. Spin for utility, and E-Speed just for frailer stuff that might come and try and pick you off, so like a Weavile with Ice Shard for example. It's a nice move to have, and honestly, what else are you going to run on this thing? So, good set. I'd recommend the boots just so you can switch into, you know, webs and spike stack obviously. A very good supportive mon. So next up we have the ultra hard hitting choice spec set. So max timid nature, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt or Rising Voltage. Rising Voltage, obviously, if you're going to rerunning Pincurchin or Tapu Koko, you will do absolutely ridiculous damage. I mean, there's very little that will actually survive that if it's not resisted or immune. Ancient Power just gives you something to hit ground types with, basically. So if they do want to switch in a Mamoswine, for example, you can at least get off a decent chunk before you're forced to switch out. And Sleep Talk just because if you end up switching into a Sleep Powder or Hypnosis or whatever, it's nice just to be able to absorb that for your teammates and then still be able to attack, right? Set number 3, and this is actually probably my personal favourite. This is just the dual screen set. So Regieleki has great speed, obviously, which gives it that edge over Regidrago as a screen setter. So Volt Switch, Reflect Light Screen, and then either Explosion or Rapid Spin. I would personally go Explosion, because on a hyper offense kind of team, you'd rather get up screens and then just go boom to prevent defog. Spin's nice though, because if they're leading with something like a Shuckle, I don't know under what scenario a Shuckle would be facing a Regieleki, but if they are leading with something like that, you can just spin, get rid of everything before you Volt Switch out of there. But a very good screen setter. It has that speed, that's basically all it needs. It's kind of like Deoxys in that regard. Okay, next set. You guys know me, I love something a little bit different. The reason I don't like this set as much as the special set, even though it does have the same attack stat as special attack, is Wild Charge just isn't as good. You have to take recoil. Obviously it's contact, so you're taking damage from Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet, whatever. But it's something a little bit different. It might catch people off guard. So I would definitely recommend running this on a grassy terrain team, so you can run the Grassy Seed. That way you can also effectively neutralize your weakness to Earthquake as well, which is very nice. But you got Acro there. If you're not running with grassy terrain, just don't run an item, there's no point. Acrobatics, Wild Charge for maximum damage, Volt Switch in case you need to get out of there, and then Explosion or Extreme Speed, just for a little bit more damage. With max attack investment, you'll actually do some decent damage with those moves. I've made it Naughty Nature because you need that extra attack power basically. So it's plus attack, minus special D. Obviously you don't really want to be lowering your special attack if you've got Volt Switch. So not the best way to run this Pokemon, but I think it could catch people off guard. And finally folks, this is the meme set you've all been waiting for. This is the Electro Ball set. So Regieleki has the highest speed set in the game. So it seems a shame not to use Electro Ball on one of the sets, right? So I thought with this one, okay, let's run Substitutes, Agility to get extra speed in case you need it. Electro Ball obviously does damage based on your opponent's speed. I don't think a lot of people actually know the calculation, so I'm just going to put it on screen here now. This is what you've got to do when you're working out the damage you'll do with Electro Ball. On most Pokemon, it's just not worth it. To make this worth using on any Mon, you've basically got to be triple the speed of whatever you're against, right? So actually, it could be good for walls especially, but if you're against anything with a decent amount of speed, you're not actually going to be doing that much damage. You may as well be using Thunderbolt. So Agility definitely helps there. Just be careful what you're against when you use this kind of set. Extreme Speed is there, by the way, just for priority users, like a Weavile, like, I don't know, some other frail priority Mon user. You can just pick it off before it gets to you, basically. So a bit of a meme set. I thought Magnet was the sort of go-to item here, because it gives you that extra power without losing HP from Life Orb. But Bataya is quite nice as well. You can sub down and get your Bataya Berry after you've subbed enough. And then obviously you can do some extra damage with Electro Ball, but bit of a meme set. Don't completely recommend it, so I will leave that up to you guys. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you did. Let me know what you think of Regieleki. I kind of like it. I think it's better than the Drago version, but it still really does suffer from the lack of move pool. That's all I got, folks. See you all next time.